Now, dear student, chapter number 4, motion in a plane, and today we have the topic relative velocity. But there is a need to be discuss the relative velocity first in one dimension, because in the revised syllabus it is coming in the motion in a plane. So first we will discuss the relative velocity in the one dimension with the following topics. First, what is the actual basic define of the relative velocity we have. Second, what is the mathematical expression or the method of the deduction to find out the relative velocity as the two objects are moving in a straight line. Okay. Now next is what are the position time graphs we have regarding to the relative velocity of the two objects. Now what are the basic formulas of the relative velocity for an object, for objects those are moving relative to each other. Now then after we will discuss some of the basic numericals on the concept of the relative velocity in the one dimension. So one by one I am just taking all the topic in front of you. So first we have the relative velocity, and we are just imagining the motion of an object in the one dimension. So either the object is moving along the x-axis, or the both the objects are moving along the x-axis, or both can be moved opposite to each other in the x and the minus x-axis. Okay. So the basic concept of the relative velocity, always we have the concept in our mind that we are dealing with the velocity of an object like an absolute velocity, but it's a wrong concept we have in our mind. We should always accept the velocity of an object with respect to another object, and always if I'm just saying my velocity is 20 kilometer per hour, so it's wrong. Actually I have to be calculate the velocity, my velocity with respect to ground. So in this case I am just assuming the velocity of the ground is the zero, because ground is in a static condition. So always we are discussing with the absolute part, which is absolute part, and the relative part of the ground which is not visible to us. So first we have to be assumed that always the velocity of an object should be in the relative manner. Okay. So the basic or the general discussion about the relative velocity. So we are just assuming the two object, that object 1 and the 2. Object 1, this is the object 1 having the velocity value v1, and this is the object 2 having the velocity v2, and both are moving along the same direction. So the velocity of object 2 with respect to 1, whenever both are in motion, is the time rate change of the position, time rate change of position of object 2 with respect to that of object 1. So it is the basic concept of the relative velocity. Okay, or either the case is there, both can move in a opposite direction. So we are just assuming the one of the basic standard case in which two objects are making the one dimension motion along the same direction. So here we have the basic define the relative velocity of an object 2 with respect to 1 when both are moving is time rate change of the position 2 with respect to 1. Okay. So here we are just assuming the motion of an object, that is one dimension motion of an object. So here we have the first nomination, both the object are moving along the x-axis. This is the plus x-axis, this is the origin we have. Now initially the object, this is for the object 1. Okay. Now the object initially at the position A and having its position from the origin, that is called the x01, and the object is reaching at the another point B where it has the position from the O, that is called the x1. This is the final position we have, and we are just assuming that the object moving with the concern of the velocity, that is called the v1, and it is a part of the uniform velocity. So generally we are just using the concept that speed is equal to distance upon time. So time, that means distance is equal to speed into time. So we are just using the displacement of an object. Displacement is equal to v1 into t. Okay, this one is a nomination for the AB portion. AB portion. So somehow if anyone are asking what is the possible displacement between A to B if an object is moving with the velocity v1. Okay, and initially it is starting the motion A. Okay, so the possible that means displacement of an object, that v1 into t. Now A to B is the displacement we have, so we can get it OB minus OA vector. Okay, AB is nothing but it's a simply the V1 into T, and OB is nothing but it's a simply the x1 vector minus that means x2 x01 vector we have. Okay, so this is the equation number 1 we have. Now we will do the same thing for the object 2 which moving with the velocity v2. Now I have assumed that the object, that means second object, is moving along the straight line, and initially it having the position from the O, that is x02, and it reaching at the point B dash. So it having its position from the O, that is called the x2, and it's moving with the uniform velocity, that is called the v2. So easily we can state about the a dash b dash, that is called the part of the displacement we have. So we can use the concept that v2 into t. Okay, so we can get the displacement a dash b dash is equal to ob dash minus oa dash. So simply I am just using the concept v2 into t is equal to x2 minus x1. Okay, now here we are just assuming that the v2 is greater than v1. So this one is the concept we have in our mind. So we can easily go with the equation 2 minus equation of 1. So I am just making the change that v2 vector minus v1 vector into t is there. Okay, now this is the portion of the left hand side we have. Now I am just making the little bit that clarification, that is x2 minus x02. Okay, so here just I am making the concern of the 2 minus 1, so I am just getting v2 minus v1 into t, that is x2 minus x02 minus of x1 minus x01. Okay, now further I am just making the changing that 2 minus 1, that v2 minus v1 is equal to, and little bit I am just making the simplification of the equation, that x2 minus x1 vector, x2 minus x1 vector minus x02 minus of x01. Okay, little bit I have made the changes in the equation is to be divided by t. So this is the equation number that mean equation number 4, and this equation number 4 is match up with the define that rate change of position of object 2 with respect to position of object 1. Okay, so here just we have got the formula that is called the v2 vector minus v1 vector. It's a part of the relative velocity, and simply it can be represented by the v21. So this is the general formula we have for an objects those are moving along the same direction. So equation number 5 represent relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1 when both are moving same direction where v2 greater than v1. Okay, so on behalf of this concept we have got the basic formula. If the two objects are moving along the same direction, so the relative velocity of the two with respect to 1, that can be stated as v2 minus v1. So this is the general formula we have. Now we have to be discuss the position time graphs for the two objects those are moving along the same direction and having the velocity v1 and v2. And we have discussed the first formula, that is rate change of the position of object 2 with respect to 1 and the relative velocity of object 2 with respect to 1. So the first condition we have given, when two objects moves with same velocities in same direction. So we have v21 is equal to, so we have the constant that is called the v1 is equal to v2. So we can easily go through the concept that is v21 is equal to 0, and as we are just applying this one in a portion number 1, so relative position between the two objects will be same as which is before the comparison. Okay, so x02 minus x01, so the relative separation between them will be static. So as I am just plotting the graph, so what will be the possible shape of the graph we have for the two objects? So whatever the linear distance is initially between them, it will be maintained for the coming time. Okay, so this one is a position we have, this one is a time we have, this one is the initial position just for the object number 1, that is x01, this is the x02, and this graph will be continue in the same manner because we are just assuming for the object 1 and 2, this one is the v2 and this one is the v1, and we are just assuming v1 is equal to v2. So this is the type of the graph for the two objects having the same velocities. So the relative separation between them will be same as they are just moving on a road. Okay, so the relative velocity between them is a 0. Now we have assumed the condition that suppose we have that the v2 greater than v1, and in this situation the relative velocity of the two with respect to 1 will be the positive. So we can say that the two cars those are moving on a road. Okay, so the velocity of the one car is moving, that means velocity of the one car is very fast. Okay, and gradually it increases, so it will left the car which is coming, that means just behind of the car second. Okay, so we can assume the simply the graph regarding to this information. Okay, so this one is a position time graph for the first object that is called the v1, and the initial position that is called the x01, this is the time we have. Okay, and this one is the position we have. So as we are just assuming the velocity of the second car will be gradually increases. Okay, so it will left the car first. Okay, so the gap between them gradually increases. Initially suppose they have at the identical distance. Now then after we are just getting the distance between them, that the change in the position will be increases. Okay, so this one is the situation, and in this scenario the relative velocity that is object 2 with respect to 1 will be in the positive manner. Okay, now the condition number C, as we are just assuming that v2 less than of v1. Okay, so the two cars in this situation we are just getting the formula v2 minus v1, but here we are just getting the negative sense of a relative velocity. Okay, because we know that कि रोड पे हम चल रहे हैं और दो कार हैं, कार ए और बी, और कार ए और कार बी, इस केस में हम ये मान के चल रहे हैं कि कार सेकंड जो है वो आगे चल रही है और कार वन जो है वो पीछे चल रही है. Now the driver of the car first will decide the accelerate itself, so it will cross the second one object. Okay, so in this case we have the graph, this is the time we have, this is the position we have. Okay, so how can we execute the graph? Okay, so the driver of the car 1 will decide to accelerate itself, its velocity will gradually increase, and the driver of the car second will only is moving with its own velocity. So okay, so at a time, at an instant of the time, the car first will cross the car 2. Okay, so this is the situation arise on the road generally, x01 and this is the x02. So these are the, that mean graph, this is the v2 and this is the v1 which gradually increases. So definitely at an instant of time it will cross the car, it will cross the car, that means second. Okay, so whenever the two objects are moving in a same direction. So these are the general graphs we have, and first we have to be discuss the relative velocity in the one dimension, then we are able to discuss the relative velocity in two dimension. Okay, so these are the graphs we have. Now, dear students, some basic formula those we will use in the concern of the numerical of the relative velocity in the one dimension. So general cases I am just dealing in front of you. Now first we have assumed that the two objects having the velocity v1 and v2 and both are moving along the same direction. So there is a need to be discussed the first, that is relative velocity of the two with respect to one. So we have made the that mean derivation of this one formula. So easily we are just using the direct approach. V21 can be stated as a v2 minus v1. Somehow you can use the vector sign, and we are just dealing in the part of the magnitude, so need not to be apply the vector on it. Okay, so this one is a general formula as we have discussed. Okay, so velocity is now the physical meaning of the v21 is the relative velocity of the two with respect to 1. Relative velocity of 2 with respect to 1 as both are moving along the same direction. So somehow we are just also assuming if the two objects are moving along the same axis, and conventionally the plus x axis will be as a taken as a plus axis, and the opposite to the x axis, that is called the minus x axis. Now here we are just assuming that both are moving along the same direction, and someone is asking that relative velocity of the one with respect to 2. So simply we can use the basic concept formula, that is v1 minus of v2. So this is the second formula we have. Okay, now as we are just assuming the two objects both are moving in a opposite direction, concept is there. Okay, so someone is asking that to find out the relative velocity of the two with respect to 1. So what we can do here, the first we have to be discussed, that mean velocity of the v2. Okay, I have pasted the that mean vector sign is there. Okay, so on behalf of the vector, how can I write that minus of v1. Okay, why I am taking the minus, because v1 is moving just along the direction of the minus x axis. So here just I am using the basic concept. So finally I am getting the answer, that means v1 plus v2 plus v1. Okay, or either you are just writing the v1 plus v2. Now somehow just I am someone is asking that find out the relative velocity of the one with respect to 2. So what should you do? Okay, so we are just writing that v1 and the both are moving, that mean v1 minus of v2. Now here what should you do? As the v1 is moving in a minus x axis, so we should apply the minus sign here. Okay, now minus sign is common we have, and then after we are just writing v1 plus v2. Okay, so this is the fundamental we have of this formula. Okay, so somehow we are just using that v21 is equal to v1 plus v2. Just I am making the symmetry of the formula. Yeah, this one is also formula, and v1 2 can state that minus of v1 plus v2. So here we have the effective velocity along the negative x-axis. Here we have the effective velocity along the plus x-axis. Okay, now here we have the two formulas, those in which the two objects are moving along the same direction. Now some more cases I am just taking in front of you. So actual the basic idea will be clear inside your mind. Okay, this one is a formula number 1, this one is a formula number 2, we have this one is a formula number 3, and this one is a formula number 4. Now only you have to be apply the basic and the vector knowledge to resolve this kind of the problem. Now I have assumed the simple case here, that how can we resolve the some more problems. Okay, now I am assuming that one of the trolley is there, and someone is standing inside the trolley which having the name that is called the B, and one of the person that is outside the trolley frame. Okay, just it is standing outside the trolley. So we have the two frames, one of the frame of the trolley we have, and one of the frame outside the trolley in which the observer is there, A, and which is at the rest. Okay, and someone is and the trolley is moving with the speed of 10 meter per second, and the B also in the condition of the rest, and someone is asking what will be the velocity of the B with respect to A. Okay, so we have to be discuss the basic formula. VB minus VA is there, is the general that means representation of the problem, and somehow we are just assuming that the whatever the velocity of the trolley is there, so the same velocity of the object B is also there. So velocity of the B is equal to the velocity of the trolley, because it is in the rest situation. Okay, that will be the 10 meter per second, and someone is watching that B outside, from outside. So we are just assuming that the A in the rest condition, okay, observer at the rest. So the 10 minus 0, so basic relative velocity of the B with respect to A, that is called the 10 meter per second. So it's a general abbreviation we have. Okay, so easily we can discuss these kind of the problem whenever and you should keep these solutions inside your mind whenever you are dealing with the relative velocity in the one dimensions. Now one of the example which I have also taken in front of you, suppose the observer is also inside the trolley and both are in the that mean condition of the rest, both are not moving and the trolley is moving with the speed of the 10 meter per second, and someone is asking that what is the velocity of the B with respect to A. So as it's a general case we have, if both the passengers are in a trolley, then there is a no kind of the relative, that mean change in the position of A with respect to B and the B with respect to A. Okay, simply we can write that velocity of B minus velocity of A, both are moving with the same velocity of the trolley, so we can write easily that 10 minus 10 is equal to 0 meter per second. So there is a no possible change in the position, though then the observer A will seems the observer B at the rest. Okay, so this is the general case. Another general case we have. Now the next case which I have taken, the person or the observer is standing outside the frame and he is watching the that mean B which is inside the trolley, and B is also moving with the respect to trolley, that is 5 meter per second, and where the velocity of the trolley is the 10 meter per second. So what will be the velocity of the B with respect to A? Okay, so easily we can say that the velocity of B minus velocity of A. This is the general equation we have. Now what we have to discuss, that velocity of the B with respect to trolley. Okay, so velocity of B, the absolute velocity of the B, that means VB, and the velocity of the trolley. Now the absolute velocity of the B, that is called the velocity of the B with respect to trolley plus velocity of the trolley. Okay, so velocity of B is called the velocity of the B with respect to trolley, that is called the 5, and velocity of trolley that is 10. So total velocity for an observer which is standing outside. This is the equation number 2, as we are just using the equation number 2 in the equation number 1. So what actually we are getting, velocity of the B with respect to A, and the A in the rest condition. So velocity of the B, that means 15 plus 0 is equal to 15 meter per second. So it's a very general case we have. So we have to be that mean add the velocity of the that mean B with respect to trolley and the trolley. Okay, so this is the general case we have. Okay, so we can resolve the problems of the relative velocity on behalf of this basic concept. Now some more tips I am just giving you. Suppose we have the B with respect to A. So here the who is the observer and who is moving. So we are just assuming that uh, A is a observer which seems the velocity of B, and somehow the reverse term is there. Suppose VAB. So in this case the B is observer and it seems velocity of A. Okay, so these are the basics we have. Now we will attempt the numericals. Okay, of NCERT chapter number 3.